Okay, I, Chair Gillette, call the live hybrid state plumbing board meeting of August 15th, 2024 to order at 9:30 a.m. Debbie, could you please take roll?
Yes, sir. Connected by teleconference, Chair Curtis Gillette.
Here.
In the room, Vice Chair Tyrone Bergen.
Here.
Connected by Zoom, Corey Frazier. Corey? I see that he is connected. We'll come back to Corey. Molly Keller, also connected by Zoom.
Here.
Thank you, Molly. Joe Lee Bold, who is present in conference room A. Joe? Here. Thank you, Joe. And connected by Zoom, Stephen Mariaco.
Here, present.
Thank you. We'll go back to Corey Frazier. Corey?
Here, sorry, technical difficulties.
Thank you, Corey. Mr. Chair, we do have a full board. We have a quorum.
Thank you, Debbie.
Debbie, you didn't call roll for Chris Wynn.
I apologize. I have you on my call sheet. I am so sorry, and thank you, Pierre. Chris Wynn.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, does any member have any changes to the meeting agenda or the order of business? Hearing none, I, Chair Gillette, rule the agenda approved as published. Does any member have any changes to the draft minutes? Hearing none, I, Chair Gillette, rule the draft minutes of June 13th, 2024 final. The next scheduled meeting is October 17th, 2024. Let's move to the public comments. I would like to limit each comment to 5 minutes, please. Pierre, could you please address the public comments?
Thank you, Chair Gillette, members of the board. For the record, my name is Pierre Sabagh, Policy Analyst with the division. As of this morning, we had received one request for public comment today to the board from Mr. Robert Greenway. However, I do not see Mr. Greenway present in the room, and I do not see him on Zoom. So for now, we will just hold the line open for anyone else who would like to provide public comment. Hearing none, we can move forward. That concludes public comment for now. Thank you, Chair Gillette.
Thank you, Pierre. Appreciate you. We will hear from our plumbing program chief, Andy Skinner, to give the plumbing program update. Andy?
Thank you, Chair Gillette, members of the board. For the record, my name is Andy Skinner, plumbing program chief for the State of Oregon Building Codes. I have a couple items for the board today. First of all, I'd like to point to our website. We have a brand new plumbing licensing clarification, just got posted this week. This clarification actually is to address still some confusion out in the industry about the LMS license, the LHR, and the P&M license. These are all business licenses for installing plumbing appliances that have an electrical connection. As most of you probably know, this requirement's been around for quite some time, but I think since we had that clarification a couple years ago on the plumbing business license, and I think there's still some confusion. So this new clarification hopefully will clear up any other additional questions or confusion that is out in the industry. It basically just states that a plumbing contractor that is installing appliances that have a permanent electrical connection, not a plug-in, are required to have an LMS license, which is a limited maintenance specialty contractor license. This is an electrical license for the contractor that allows them to do the electrical connection. So we're talking water heaters, dishwashers, anything that's a hardwired type connection. Within this clarification, we also speak to some of the other licenses that are acceptable. If you're a heat and air business out there and you have an LHR, that is acceptable in placement of the LMS. And then we also have a combined license for both plumbing business and LMS. That is the P&M license for those new contractors that are just getting started in the trade as a business. You can get the P&M license and you have one license to maintain instead of the PB, which is a plumbing business, and the LMS, which is a limited maintenance specialty contractor. So that is new. The other thing I have for the board today is the division just finished up the next MGI class last month. We had that live at the local 290 in Tualatin in their medical gas room. That was another successful course. For those moving forward that would like to get into the next course, please contact the division. And as soon as the need is there for the industry, we'll set up the next course time and date and we'll communicate that on the website, let everybody know. That's all I have for the board today. Are there any questions?
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. We
Yeah,
do
Molly,
have
go
a
ahead.
hand raised.
Hey, this is Molly. I could barely hear Andy. I don't know if anybody else is having
Oh,
audio. Like everybody on the phone, I seem to be able to hear really well, but like Debbie and Andy, I can barely hear.
is anybody else?
I'm hearing okay on my end.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Just me then.
So,
there was
thanks,
gonna be a
Molly.
question.
Certainly, we want everybody to be able to hear what's going on. So Andy, I do have a question. So let's just use the electric water heater as an example then. And you pulled the proper plumbing permit to install the water heater. Will that, the installer would have the LMS license. Would you then also have to obtain a electrical permit for that installation?
It is my understanding, and we can confirm this with the electrical section, but it's my understanding for typical residential water heaters or 30 amp or less, there is no electrical permit required. The LMS license allows you to go above the 30 amps, and if that's the case, then there could be an electrical permit required. So that'll be a confirmation with the electrical program chief and assistant chief. But
Okay.
for the majority, 30 amp and under does not.
Okay, and yeah, that may be maybe the next meeting we could follow back around and clarify that. Because then anybody paying attention, especially at the education level, this would be a good thing to add to some of our classes like Oregon Rule and Law.
Okay,
So-
absolutely. I will check into that 100% and follow back up at the next board meeting.
Yeah, because now that we've made it clear that we have a license, that would be a good assumption, or some people would, installers would like to know, does that mean you need another permit as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's good stuff.
All right. Any other further questions? Yeah, Chris.
So does the LMS license, or does the electrical licensure requirement apply to installation of new appliances and replacement of existing?
That's a great question through the chair. The LMS is only for replacement of existing appliances. So we're really talking to for those installations that are most residential replacement type installations, but the LMS is only for replacement, not for new installation. Any other questions? All right, hearing none, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Andy. That's a good job. That's moving forward in a positive direction, I think. Okay, no other questions? Very good. Okay, we'll move to Michael Hamilton with the Enforcement Services to discuss the 3 cases on the agenda.
Morning, Chair and members of the board. For the record, my name is Michael Mayorga-Hamilton, contested case representative with the division. Before the board is a summary of consent orders recently negotiated by the division on behalf of the board. We've entered into consent agreements in 3 cases since the last board meeting. All settlements, including the amount owed and suspended civil penalties, fall within the guidelines on the matrix and contain the standard conditions. First case on the agenda is C-2023-0080 in the matter of Card Plumbing and Heating Company. The respondent in this case was assessed a penalty of $4,000 for installing a hot water heater without a plumbing contractor's license and without a permit. Respondent has agreed to pay $1,500 with the remaining $2,500 suspended for a period of 5 years. The second case on the agenda is C 2023-144 in the matter of Aaron Mark McCoy. The respondent in this case was assessed a penalty of $6,000 for installing PEX tubing, a bathtub, and a mixing valve without a contractor license, journeyman plumber license, and a permit. Respondent has agreed to pay $1,250 with the remaining $4,750 suspended. The third case on the agenda is C 2024-0007 in the matter of Ben Bazer. The respondent in this case was assessed a penalty of $4,000 for procuring or assisting another person to perform plumbing work without appropriate licensing. Respondent has agreed to pay $750 with the remaining $3,250 suspended for 5 years. I'm available to answer any questions on these, and a vote is required for these items.
Okay, anybody have any questions for Michael? Okay, I make a motion to, hearing none, I make a motion to adopt these 3 cases proposed for the resolution as outlined in the Enforcement Board report and issue final orders. Anybody like to second that motion?
Second.
I second the motion.
Thank you. Debbie, do we need to take roll?
Yes, sir. Christopher Wynn,
Aye.
Stephen Mariaco,
Aye.
Jolie Bold,
Aye.
Molly Keller,
Aye.
Corey Frazier,
Aye.
Tyrone Bergen,
Aye.
and Chair Curtis Gillette.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, the motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, Debbie. Next, Michael, could you present a summary of the enforcement for one of the cases on the agenda that has been previously resolved by the division?
Yes, thank you, Chair. So we have one default order on the agenda, which is case C 2024-24 in the matter of Roy Dean Wall. The respondent in this case was assessed a penalty of $3,000 for advertising without a plumbing contractor license. This respondent also has a case for advertising without an electrical contractor's license, and no action is required on this item, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Doesn't sound like anybody's asking any questions, so thank you, Michael, for that. Do you have any further comments?
No, I do not, Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'd like to move on to our policy analysis. Pierre Sabagh to present the continuing education.
Thank you, Chair Gillette, members of the board. For the record, my name is Pierre Sabagh, policy analyst with the division. Our state plumbing chief, Andy Skinner, has been evaluating courses and instructors on the board's behalf. In July, he had a massive packet of CE. He reviewed one applicant from one organization. One instructor was recommended for approval. You can see it in your board packet if you would like to look. A motion will be needed to approve, amend, or deny our plumbing chief's recommendation, examples of which are outlined in your agenda packet. Thank you, Chair Gillette.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions for Pierre before we make a motion? Hearing none, I'd like to make a motion to approve the chief's recommendation for the approval or denial, which would be the approval of the courses, which is actually an instructor.
I
Anybody
second
here?
the motion.
Thank you, Corey. Debbie, would you like to take roll?
Yes, sir. Christopher Wynn,
Aye.
Stephen Mariaco,
Aye.
Joe Bold,
Aye.
Molly Keller,
Aye.
Corey Frazier,
Aye.
and I apologize, Mr. Vice Chair, I missed this last time. Vice Chair Tyrone Bergen,
Aye.
thank you, and Chair Curtis Gillette.
Aye.
Mr. Chair, the motion carries unanimously.
Thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
So this wraps things up. It seems pretty quick meeting today. So again, I'm going to ask the board if they have anything they would like to discuss before we wrap this up. Hearing none, there will be no further business. The August 15th, 2024 State Plumbing Board meeting is adjourned at 9:46. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.